the story I'm about to tell, which is pretty crazy. And if it didn't happen to me, I probably wouldn't believe it. In any event, these people are cyber stalking me. They're doing things that are so highly, it would seem illegal. However, ends up that it's not. There needs to be more rules and laws on the internet so that these people cannot conduct themselves as they do. The first person is Judd McIlvain, Mcilvain, who claims to be an Emmy Award winner for news. He's a consumer advocate. Now, I could verify that he has done consumer advocate news, and if he has an Emmy, it's on a local level. And his best friend, which is Jay Bartell, and it's Bartell, and they've been friends for many, many years. Just so happens that Judd McIlvain has a website called troubleshooterjudd.com, of which Jay Bartell hosts. On it, you'll see a banner to the bottom right that I think it's a blue banner that'll say cyber stalkers or something like that, hit cyber soup or something. And if you go to that website, you'll see it's about me. My name, April Kelly, puts my husband's name, along with Wim Dankbaar. Wim Dankbaar is a writer from the Netherlands, and I believe he does conspiracy theories in reference to the murder or the assassination of JFK. Now, I can have the FBI verify this. I have never been on his site longer than a few minutes, and it's usually just to get information pertaining to the situation that he has had with Jay Bartell. And that's the only reason why I know this man, is because after he conned me and I let time go by and realized I had to let my website go and my company go, I had to post on the internet as to why I had to close. So I let everybody know what happened to me and who did it. Of which I was contacted by many, or I came in contact with many people that have also been conned by Jay Bartell. So the only reason why we have a connection is because he was also conned by Jay Bartell, and he believes Judd McIlvain. So, but yeah, Jay has me all over the internet that we're business partners. Okay, I'm the type of person, I like science fiction, I read, I love to write. Then, you know, I investigate stuff so I can have ideas for stories, but I'm a little afraid of conspiracy theories. I'm not saying that somebody can't be a good researcher or writer and stuff like that, but I really don't have anything to do with that. And I told that to Vim right from the get-go when I realized that he was I thought he was just a regular Joe. I did not realize he was a writer. And I guess he's a well-established writer and film documenter for such material. I really don't know. In all honesty, I didn't want to know. I'm almost afraid of that. I was in the service, 4 years Army and 4 years Air Force, and I guess maybe in a way I was afraid to even know anything about what he claimed. I don't know. I do find it that a lot of people like Wim Dankbaar, and I was impressed with the comments that people said about it. And that was it. Anyway, these people all over the internet have links, like 200,000 links to things about me and my family, post pictures, medical conditions of my family, terrible things, not even true whatsoever, and he knows it. Initially he told me if I wanted it to be taken down I would have to give him money. I refused. And he said if I told anybody he would kill me. I thought he was joking, and I thought, you know, how could this be happening? I only knew Jay Bartell and Judd McIlvain because I thought they were going to help me out with programming issues that I had for a company that I was going to launch for a certain website. I didn't think a programmer would be so bold to think that they could murder somebody, so I didn't think much of it. But then when homeless people were contacting me about Jay Bartell and Judd, it started to alarm me that they were afraid of him, or them actually, and stated that they have secret lives and they're in certain organizations. One of the organizations is called the Order of the Melchizedek, or DOM, D-O-M, or the Domination of the Melchizedek, which the FBI raided, I want to say, maybe 10-15 years ago in reference to passport fraud. And I guess they believe that they're a religious cult, that has something to do with Jesus, and that, well, I can't tell you, I don't know. In any event, I guess that in emails, Jay Bartell plainly calls the leader of this organization his father, and his leader and family members, which I find very bizarre. In any event, these people have an address that also is also called the New Lemurian, and they also are now doing the same thing for passports. And also, it's the address for Charlie Manson, which caused me alarm. Charlie Manson, like, that doesn't sound good. Then I was contacted by somebody that said that Jay Bartell in 2006 was interviewed by Judd McIlvain, the same consumer advocate, in reference to his assassinations that he's done all over the world, because he's a contract killer for the CIA. I can't even tell you how scared I became. I called Judd, and Judd refused to talk to me. And he kept hanging up on me, and it started to alarm me, like, maybe this is true, because I didn't believe it at first. But then I had one of the people from, I guess it would be the Order of the Melchizedek. It's the same address of where this organization exists, which is also the New Lemurians and also Charlie Manson. She stated that her and two of her friends were conned by Jay Bartell and stole their websites and their organizations. And she said that she personally knew him, and that he claimed to be a black ops assassin, and she believed if he said he'd kill me, he probably would, and he had the ability to do it. Which made me very nervous, because I remember Jay telling me, you can go to the FBI, it doesn't matter, they're not going to do anything to me, they're my friends. And I guess I didn't believe him, and I don't know if I still believe him. Why would the FBI or the government or whoever he says he's associated with hire somebody that claims to be an assassin with secret information to go to the public? They don't talk. I was in the service. I know that they don't go forward and say anything unless he's so highly demented that he claims this, which makes me even more nervous. If you're claiming to murder people, that's pretty sick. And Judd McIlvain, when he did the interview, also sold his book on Judd McIlvain's website, troubleshooter.com. So his life story, Jay Bartell's life story, was sold on this website, on his website. Now, how I met them initially is I had a website, and it was called oiagent.com. And that's online, insuranceagent.com. I had gone to a company called Rent-A-Coder that builds all proprietary software. And I actually liked my programmers. I liked Rent-A-Coder. I had issues with them because my software, and it was actually my fault. I paid for it in full and discovered that there were viruses and such that were occurring with my software. I wanted it to be fixed, but yet since I paid for it, there was no enforcement of it had to happen, and my previous programmers didn't have the ability to do it because they had moved on to a new project. In any event, it upset me, and I felt like they made me pay prior to it actually being completed. I have since discovered that most of the problems occurred because of the form that was put in there. Everything was proprietary with the exception of a form that I put in there, which was an open source code that anybody can have. I should have realized that that was the problem, but I didn't know at the time. And I was being sent all this porn through it, all these things, and I thought it was my programmers who had done this. Come to find out that it went to a website that has the exact